All right, guys, top of the day. Happy March 10th, coming to you live, coming to you well. Super excited to give you updates about the company, a couple things that are happening in the next few weeks. Just really, really excited to bring us all together. I think with springtime here, with the kids out on spring break, thinking that we should probably plan something outdoor for all of us. Last year we did Mission Peak. I scared a lot of people with doing Mission Peak. So maybe we do something that is a little bit more gradual to get everybody up to that level. But nonetheless, you guys excited to share with you, excited to see your faces. Karina, I'll turn the mic over to you if you have a teaching moment for the week.
You guys are off the hook. None today.
All right, cool, cool. I will go over to you, Dan. Dan, any updates from your end? Anything that you're seeing from the heightened consumer demand when it comes to our online leads? We don't talk about conversion and all that stuff, but what are you seeing from your lens, from the lead scientist role? What are you experiencing?
Our lead flow has remained pretty consistent. We're still getting about the same number. I got to dig in and look at the exact numbers on this, but I think our time from like the time someone asks to see a house until they're actually under contract has shortened, right? And that kind of makes sense because it's spring, people are coming in, they're more motivated and interested right now. So I think the kind of big level trend that we're seeing is just people that are coming in right now are more motivated than they were in October, November, December.
Wow. And so before our average days was 120 days. So now it's lower than that, closer to what, 90, 70?
I got to pull up the exact numbers. I think like 90 to 100.
Wow. Really cool, man. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. And listen, you guys, if you're on this call right now and you're a newer agent, the pathway for you to be able to get into leads is by you completing your roadmap to results. It's a checklist. Once you're done with that, you can get inserted into lead certification. And then after you complete that, you can start getting leads. So there's an opportunity for the people that truly, truly want the opportunities. You just have to do your part and work through the 30-day checklist, AKA roadmap to results and lead certification. So let's get right into this. I'm going to pull up my screen right now. I'm going to go present. All right, cool. So let's get right into production and what's happening within the team in this last week. And so, really quick, Molly, anything on the marketing resources, social media, and team assets before we get rolling? All right, cool. We'll move on. I did want to, Molly, you there? Sorry.
Yeah, shoot, sorry.
Okay.
I was on mute. Yeah, I'm just gonna make a blanket statement because it's a recorded call, and so it's gonna be shared with our agents. Stack Wrap is where you're gonna find everything team related, all of your marketing, your order forms. I've been hit lately with, hey, where do I find the order forms? If you are new here, you guys are privileged in that the order forms and everything marketing related, your collateral, business cards, listing buyer, presentations, that's all sent to you in an email. Subject in your inbox is starter kit. So default, just do a starter kit research in your inbox. There's a Google link there. That folder contains everything that you need. Outside of that, for my agents and OGs on the team, if you're looking for that, if you are looking for on-the-go Canva templates, go to Stack Wrap. Do a search on Slack. If you still can't find it, shoot me a message. We'll keep talking about it. But it's a in-house account that houses everything from your sales tracker, listing prep, requests, marketing. So again, that is where we're driving everybody. The new agents learn that early on. But for those of you guys who are catching up now, that's where you want to be to find all those things. So anything new that's related to marketing, drops, whatnot, you're going to find it in Stack Wrap.
Beautiful, beautiful. And listen, sometimes you guys just have to slow down. We know that you want to move a mile a minute, but you got to slow down, read the emails, the communication is there. And I promise you, it's going to make your life a lot easier as you're searching for these things. In regards to making your life a little bit easier, I'm going to put a prompt down in the chat below. If you're not coming to coaching on Mondays, I'm always doing this on Mondays, but in case you missed those sessions or that session, here's a prompt for you to put into ChatGPT. Reason why I'm doing this is that this is going to give you articles, what's trending, what's local, what is relative, and then also, some scripting ideas that a top influencer would use on social media for a reel, also carousel ideas. Well, in regards to you creating some reels this week, we want to let you know that the queue is open. Our Shredditors are waiting for your guys' content. So if you're searching for ideas or if you just need a little bit of, a kickstart, here's a great prompt for you guys. Also, if you have something right now that you want edited, there's a great time. The turnaround time is going to be really quick because the queue is low. And so give the Shredditor some work to do. They want to create your videos. They want to give you polished content that way you can put on your social media. So make sure that you guys go in there, use that prompt and go in there, create some cool content for the week. And so the prompt's there. And also Kenny just dropped a link as well. Then let's get right into some new escrows for the week. So let's go here. We'll go present. All right, guys, so let's get right into new escrows. You guys have been on a trend the last couple of weeks. Average deals is about 20 to 25 deals every single week. And so let's get right into this. Maria, who is new to our team, this is her first official deal. Maria will make sure to get you a headshot that is not blurry. And then Kenny, Richmond deal, represented buyer for 420. Kenny, you want to talk to us about this deal?
Yeah, I got referred from ESP agent friend of mine in Fresno. They just closed escrow. The day I met her, she just closed escrow on her dad's house in Clovis, and they're looking to move out here right away. And we toured 2 homes that day, put an offer next day, and got in contract. 7-day close, non-contingent.
Beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. Well, appreciate you, my man. Let's continue cruising on. Next up, you guys, Heather got into contract on a Zillow preferred, and then Angelica and Jessica Segura Hernandez got into contract out in Pittsburgh. I'm going to go over to you, Heather. Heather, rapid fire, my friend. I know you're with your mom at the eye doctor. Do you want to share a little bit of insight about this particular deal? High level strategy, what worked and what you're seeing in that market?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm in the hallway here. Yeah, these particular people, it was really weird. I connected with them just right off the bat. They're really nice. Then they kind of switched gears and said they were going to move out of state. And I said, oh, well, I wish you the best of luck. And, and then all of a sudden they just came back and they said, we changed our mind, and they're just really great people. I think basically what it was just the follow-up, keeping in touch with them. They were just very receptive. And I think we all have experienced that with Zillow leads. Some are very receptive, some aren't. These particular people were just very thankful, very receptive, having contact with them. And they're the people that I had told you about that I posted on Instagram. This is their first and forever home. They're an older couple. They're so sweet. And I just love working with them.
Love it, Heather. Well, congratulations to you. I think your name will be mentioned again in our slides, but thank you for contributing. Gary Archer, I'm going to go over to you, big dog. You and Otis were able to get a deal in a contract, another preferred 480 in Oakland. So congrats on all your early success. I know you've been putting in the work. You've been hustling. You've been grinding. You've been knocking doors. You've been showing up for coaching. And so it does not go unseen. Plus, you've been steady on social media. So give us the high level strategy. What did you see work? And, tell us a little bit about that Oakland market. Let's roll.
Well, this client actually came in a Zillow preferred last year, and they signed the agreement for the 1-day tour. I hooked them up with a lender, a couple lender choices. They didn't work out for him. They found another lender, and that other lender told him he had to use a certain agent. So he signed a 30-day contract with another agent, and he calls me, says, Gary, what's up? What's up, Hector? I made a mistake. I don't know what I did. And I told him, no worries. We just have to wait for that contract to expire. So as we did, the contract expired. We went to go look at homes. We went Pittsburgh, Antioch, Richmond, Oakland, and found 2 houses on 1 lot in Oakland, originally priced at $640, $670, and then got it for $480. 200 days later, we've been searching for like 40 days, and we're a couple of days from closing, but there's always problems. So this is great, but I got a call this morning from the agent asking me, hey, do you think you guys might want the house for a little less and you guys could buy out the tenants? I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Our contract specifically said delivered empty. We had the conversation. That's why we have a 35-day close. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. We're going to solve this problem, but we'll see. But yeah, you got to stick it through.
Well, congratulations getting them to this point. If you need additional support, help, strategy, feel free to hop into Karina's room, Monday through Thursday. But nonetheless, man, we see you doing the activity. We see you putting in all the hard work. So congrats on all your early success, my man. I know
Hey,
that
hey,
you.
Gary, call me if you need any help with those tenants. If something changes, man, I'll be more than happy to help you.
Thanks, George.
All right, and congratulations to Kuhn. And if you haven't seen, Kuhn is launching a new business. I don't know exactly what the business is. Maybe it's apparel. Maybe I'm wrong, but congratulations to you, Kuhn, as well as to your
Pilates
partner.
studio,
Say again.
like a high-end Pilates studio in San Jose.
Beautiful, beautiful. But I think that this is a really, really great example of being able to leverage your success in real estate to do other endeavors. And I think it's incredible what Kuhn's doing. So congratulations to you and to your significant other. Congratulations to Beverly Fairfield, 615,000. Great job, you guys. Continuing on, Blessing and Toots got in a contract in Pinole on a preferred deal for 665. And Maria Duong, who is a newer agent to our team, but not new to real estate. She got in a contract for 670. So Maria, great to see your name on the board. TT, aka Tiance, aka Tanisha, got in a contract in Hayward for 753. Once again, somebody that has been showing up to coaching, putting in the work, staying consistent. And I think that this is her fifth deal in the last few months. And then also somebody else that's been staying consistent, Ivana, with the deal out in Concord for $800,000. So congratulations. Kelly and Roe got their listing in contract for 282 in Oakland. Congratulations, ladies. And we see you, Heather, one more time on the leaderboard, 415,000. Congratulations. And then Dan Suddenberg out in Sacramento for 455. Dan, you were saying that your buyers are coming out of the woodworks. These people are showing high levels of activity, your personal people in your database. So tell us about this Sacramento market and what'd you experience, my man?
Oh man, it's been nuts. So this, let's see, 455. I think that one was 449. But yeah, these were actually clients that I got from Zillow, my own personal Zillow spend like 3 years ago, and I just put them on Real Scout, met them once, and they just were on the Real Scout automation for like 2.5, 3 years, and then all of a sudden, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, they just popped out and were like, "Hey, thanks for all the follow up. You've been so consistent. We're ready to sell our house. We want to buy something. Like we're ready to go right now." And like I don't know, I call them maybe once or twice a year in that time period. So it's just like Real Scout follow up, like Heather was saying. And then we put this house. We did the Zillow listing showcase. We did all the works and everything. 6 days on market. We got an offer they were super happy with. So this one just flew off the shelves. And then we're going today to go look at new homes to find them their next property too.
Let's go. Let's go. Well, congrats to you, my man. Congrats all around. Let's continue cruising on. Ophelia got in contract in Fairfield for 505, and then Jen got in the contract in Emeryville on her listing for 585. And then Kenny and Kuhn, I was saying Kenny and Kuhn got in the contract in Oakland. Tell us about this one. This wasn't on the market long, right, Kenny?
It wasn't on the market. I had another ESP agent. It's not even in my downline, but they had to sell another dad passed away. So both deals are inherited properties, but they had it like demoed half a year ago. The place had mold and everything. They wanted someone to be able to speak Cantonese and help them hit my friend's mother-in-law out. So we were working on this prior to me leaving on vacation. Literally like this. So this was 4 weeks ago. So I asked Kun that he speaks Cantonese. They helped me with it. Took 2 weeks of negotiating. It's also an all cash, non-contingent deal. So pretty smooth to do, but it was kind of complicated in the beginning, working with two sides of investors, heavily discounted, but it was off market. We didn't needed to do any marketing, nothing. They just wanted someone essentially to do the paperwork. So Kun was super helpful while I was gone.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well done to both of you. Let's continue cruising on. Samandy and Otis. This is Otis's second time on the leaderboard this week. Got in a contract for 675, and Kuhn got in a contract in Castro Valley for 825. So congratulations to you guys. JJ, $1 million club here, big dog. We see you. Pleasant Hill, $1 million, and the Maria DeWong for $1,020,000. So JJ, talk to us about this deal, my man.
It's just an investor flip, regular stuff.
Just regular stuff, investor flip. How long have you known this investor?
14 years.
14 years. How many deals have you done with this investor?
I don't know, at least a dozen.
If someone is trying to build that relationship with an investor and they want to put an investor in their, their relationships and build that, like what do you suggest early on? If someone's on this call, like, oh, I want to build a relationship with an investor, what's the suggestion for them?
Be hyper responsive when you first meet them. Be straight up. Don't bullshit them because they don't need the fluff. Make sure you're an asset. If you're not an asset, they don't need you, so they move on very quickly. So you have to have your homework. Whether it's finding information quickly. I don't care what anybody says. Chat GPT still sucks. They all still suck to give you real information. They're good at giving you general information, but specific information that years of or even months of study can give you. They can't give you yet. So, if you're really into investing, spend time looking at the markets, calling other brokers or realtors who are doing business. There's a few that are redundant in the East Bay. And yeah, main thing is be an asset. Also, think alternatively. They're looking to make money. They're not in love with that house. So if you can show them something or a way they can make money, even if that doesn't work, they're going to keep you in mind because they know you're going to be able to bring something to the table if something else comes up.
Beautiful, beautiful. Great advice, my man. Congratulations to you. Congratulations on this long-standing relationship. Moving on to Cassandra, aka Cassie, got in a contract for 1-1 in San Jose. This is actually her first deal. And then Kuhn, 2.2 out in Fremont, got his listing sold. So congratulations to you two. In regards to new listings, if you have a client that is looking in the Salida area, that is a little town right next to Modesto, we're going to have a coming soon. Anna Pacheco and I, that is coming soon. It is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. It is right under 7,000 square foot lot. Beautiful little house and a little community. And so more information to come on that. But this is my mother-in-law's home that we're going to be putting on the market, probably ready to go within the next 30 days. And so would love to be able to keep that in-house, but more information on that. So stay tuned. It is a beautiful, beautiful little community. So, all right, guys, let's look at what you were able to accomplish for this last week. 23 new escrows. This has been the trend for us. A little shy of $16 million in new production for volume. So great job, you guys. Congratulations on another great week. So moving ahead, we want to send a big happy birthday to all of you March babies out there. I do, Sunny, Catherine, Stella, Abel, Richard, Walter, Samiri, and Oliver Davis. Big happy birthday to each of you. Hopefully you guys have your best lap around the sun. I'm going to turn over to Molly. Molly, you want to talk about what's happening this Thursday at 10 a.m. Let's go, my friend.
Yes, so this week there is a schedule change. Usually my roadmap to results are held on Friday, but I have something to do, so bumping it up a day. For all the new agents here, I highly recommend at least coming to one or two to get your footing in on all the tools and resources that we have. Roadmap to Results complements your Agently app. So Agently is where you will check off. This Roadmap to Results is a suggestive guideline of how to split up those tasks during your first 4 weeks with the team. That's as simple as I can explain it. But again, it's in my Zoom room. It is on the team calendar. It has been updated to reflect this Thursday, March 12th at 10.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, guys. And then continuing on, kind of along the same exact vein, on the 20th next week from 12 to 2, we're going to do a foundation of prep. Consider this like an orientation or a reorientation. Computers out. We're going to do the work. We're going to dive into some of the tools, answer some of your questions, make sure that you know how to navigate in our inner world within fast real estate. And we're going to make sure that you guys are well prepared and equipped. And then if you're an agent that's been here for a while, maybe you need a refresher on some of the tools. Get yourself in the room. We'll have some fun and make sure that you get the best out of this event. On the 27th, we're doing an event at the office. This is in-person group coaching, and we are going to do open house mastery. We're going to do a whole workshop. We're going to have some fun. We're going to play some games. We're going to be very, very interactive with this. We'll provide you guys food and lunch, but make sure that you guys are at the office on Friday, March 27th. Another thing that we're doing for you guys is making sure that we constantly fill your bellies on the 12th, or excuse me, on April 9th from 12 to 2, HQ Lunchbox Social. If you're in the area, stop by, grab some food, break some bread with us. And that's something we do to make sure that you guys are well fed and taken care of. So guys, anything else anybody has? Let's go over. Philip, I see your hand over there. Let's make sure I get to your hand.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I just wanted to ask, do we need to RSVP for any of these events?
Nope, just show up.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep, just show up for sure.
Real quick, can I just say this? There's a at the East Bay Rental Housing Association. I can't remember the date. I'll put it in Slack. But Matthew Tinkner is a contractor who's been doing a bunch of knob and tube replacement in the city. I'm gonna put it in Slack for you guys, and I'm getting a free pass that anybody who wants to join it, use the little link that I'll give you guys, or the password, whatever the hell it's called. I'll put it in there, right? But you guys can go on without being members. I think it's important for everybody, new agents, old agents. Insurance companies are kicking everybody's ass. They're already kicking income properties asses big time, because we're having to convert into commercial insurance versus regular insurance, even though there are 2 to 4 units. And so Matthew's really been paying attention to it, and he's found a lot of insurance, a broker who's found a lot of insurance companies that'll do the work, and he's also very, very good at assessing the situation and getting the stuff corrected at a much faster loop than I've seen with any other electrician or contractor. So I'll put it in Slack later on today when I get the date. But I think all you guys, anyone who can attend should attend. It's just a Zoom call.
Yeah, love this. Love this. Anybody else have anything?
Real quick, Elias,
Yep.
I told Brian I would mention it. He dropped it in the Slack channels last week. And for those of you guys that are new here, Slack is where we do a lot of our internal communication. It's a lot quicker. It's faster. You can search recall. But you guys may have noticed the Spindly app. That is the app that allows keyless entry into pretty much all of our offices, with the exception of Fairfield. It's now called OptiSpaces. So again, on my onboarding side with my team, we are working to just reword some of the verbiage where Spindly may be mentioned, but nothing has been lost. We are aware that there are some small glitches. So again, if you have any problems accessing the office, you can reach out to me or Brian. It's the same icon on your phone for the app, but it's not Spindly anymore. It is optispaces.ai. So just putting it out there for the folks that may not have read. That's my verbal message.
That's right. That's right. And we'll probably send that message out a couple more times until everybody actually hears the message and gets the message and resonates with the message. And then last but not least, you guys want to make sure that you are at group coaching tomorrow. We're going to feature one of our very own. Roxanne's going to get on the mic and talk to you about how she's built an organic business now for almost 17 years. And so what you guys asked in the Keep It Moving type form is that you wanted to hear from some of the experienced agents on the team and how they built their business, some of their non-negotiables. So Roxanne will be there, and we might have another special guest as well, but make sure you guys tune in. We're going to continue to have guests. Iris has been here. Jahi was here a couple weeks ago, and I'm getting really good feedback from you guys. So keep showing up, keep pouring into the power of the collective wisdom, and looking forward to packing the house tomorrow. And so I'll drop the reel later today that we can share it with your friends and your audiences. Kenny, before we head out, any last words? Okay, cool. Listen, you guys, have an amazing day. I'll see you on screen tomorrow for Keep It Moving. If you need anything, you know where to find us. And as always, my friends, be you, but fast, and have an amazing day. And make sure that this week truly, truly matters. Peace, my friends.